Here are 10 aquarium plants that every beginner can grow. Keep in mind that plant growth and health can be heavily influenced through the addition of soil substrates and fertilization. These plants all have a low light and CO2 demand. Hornwort. Hornwort is one of the most common and hardiest aquatic plants available. It does not grow any roots, which makes it a perfect floating plant. However, you can still plant them into the substrate. Due to its incredibly high growth rate, Hornwort is an excellent choice for removing any excess nutrients in the water, thus preventing algae. Even more, due to its brushy look and floating ability, Hornwort is an amazing plant for fry to hide in. It can grow up to 5 to 30 plus centimeters and is known to go up to 80 centimeters tall. Java Fern. This is another widely available plant, also very hardy and can grow in all conditions. This is a rhizomatous plant, meaning it contains a rhizome that should never be buried as the entire plant will rot. It can be grown on wood and rocks, and if you do want to plant it, make sure to just plant the roots. If you see any black spots on the leaves, these are sporangia, which are reproductive organs. It has a slow growth rate and can grow up to 15 to 30 plus centimeters. Elodia densa, also known as anacaris, can be used as a floating plant or anchored in the substrate. Just like Hornwort, Elodia has a very high growth rate and can be helpful in creating a balanced aquarium. However, its growth can be influenced by the amount of light and nutrition available. If you see that the plant turns lighter in color and more thinner, try upping the fertilizer and lighting. Elodia can grow 20 to 30 centimeters tall, and in some instances, it can grow up to 100 centimeters. Starter Giant Repens. Here's our first foreground plant. It grows low, compact, and bushy. Taller stems can be cut off to allow it to grow side shoots. Those stems can then be replanted to form a better carpet. However, in a low light environment, growth will be more vertical and much less side shoots will be formed. S. repens has a medium growth rate and can grow 3 to 10 centimeters tall. Hygrophila deformis, also known as water wisteria. This plant should not be confused with water sprite, as they are two different species. Wisteria is another fast-growing plant that can also help with balance. However, if there is not enough nutrients in the water, wisteria can develop pale leaves. As stated earlier, it has a high growth rate and can grow up to 20 to 30 centimeters tall. Java moss. Finally, something that is not a stem plant. Java moss, in my opinion, is the hardiest moss out there. It's so hardy that there are Google search results on how to kill it. It can grow on any surface, but it's better to attach it to wood or rocks using fishing line or super glue. It has a medium growth rate and can grow up to 3 to 10 plus centimeters tall. Lysimachia nummularia aurea, also known as golden creeping jenny. This plant is something that you don't usually find in aquariums, as it's more commonly found in immersed gardens. Lysimachia can also be used in cold water aquariums as cold as 4 degrees Celsius. Lysimachia obtains its nutrients through the water column, thus it can grow as a floating plant. It has a medium growth rate and can grow 5 to 40 plus centimeters tall. Maranta Lesuta, one of the few low-tech carpeting plants, and it comes with 4-leaf clover-like leaves. This plant is quite hardy and can develop to various water parameters, although its growth rate can be slow to medium. Having higher lighting will encourage it to grow more lower and horizontally, like in the pictures. Lesuta can also grow 5 to 20 plus centimeters tall. Plutonia Palustris. This is one of my favorite beginner plants. Plutonia has a very bright green hue, making it a perfect contrast to red plants. Plutonia can also grow 4 to 6 centimeters wide and 10 to 20 plus centimeters tall. However, if you do want to maintain that bushy look, you may need to frequently trim the long shoots at the bottom of the plant. I have never gone wrong with this plant so far. Cryptokarani Windtea. This has 2 different variants. Both are of the same difficulty. This crypt can get pretty dense and loves to send off runners in ideal conditions. However, as a crypt, it's very prone to melting when first introduced, but will take off once accustomed. It has a medium growth rate and can grow 10 to 20 plus centimeters tall. Majority of these plants I listed are available through ABCPlants, and if you decide to purchase from them, use my referral link to get $10 off your first order of $35 or more. And if you're wondering why there aren't any red plants, that's because I have a video about that which you can find over here.